C.J. Stroud is an MVP candidate, sir. And the way I'm looking at the Texans, we were talking about it the other day here on the show. They look like the AFC 49ers right now. That's what they kind of look like as they're beginning to ascend. Like they're going to hit you in the mouth. They got weapons everywhere. And you could absolutely make the case, and Purdy, I love, they have a better quarterback. I mean, this kid's unbelievable, Albert. He is spectacular.
This was so cool. I this is years ago. Like I had someone tell me, give me this, like I was doing like a free agency rules column, right? And he gave me the Alvin Harper rule. And the Alvin Harper rule was basically don't take somebody else's number 2 and project them to be your number 1, right? Like Alvin Harper was a fantastic number 2 next to Michael Irvin in Dallas, but it didn't work out when he became a number 1 in Tampa. And there's tons of examples of those over the years. What I love about what the Texans did this offseason, Nick Caserio deserves some credit for this. They went out and they got somebody else's number 1 pass rusher in Danielle Hunter and somebody else's number 1 receiver in Stephon Diggs. Mm-hmm. And now those 2 number 1s are not being asked to be number 1s there, which is such a cool element to, seeing how Stephon Diggs is fitting in, seeing how Danielle Hunter's fitting in. To me, Danielle Hunter, right? Like the way he and Will Anderson looked on Sunday night, they looked spectacular. I don't think that was all the Bears offensive line being terrible. I think that was what looks like the makings of an elite pass rush. So I'll bring that back to CJ in that he's on his rookie contract and you've got this window to take advantage of it. And for them to be adding guys like Stephon Diggs and Danielle Hunter to that mix, I don't know, man. I don't know if they can challenge the Chiefs, but CJ looks like a really, really special player. And it looks like that Georgia game at the end of his career at Ohio State has carried over and a switch flipped, and that's who he is now. And we're seeing it on a week-to-week basis. The way he keeps growing, the way he's handling the job of being a franchise quarterback, it's really cool to watch that. And then just seeing the way that so many of the young players have come up together, like your Nico Collins, there's your Wolverine, your Nico Collins, your Tank Dell, the way those guys are coming together, Will Anderson. And then you have guys who have real skins in the wall and Stephon Diggs and Danielle Hunter, in the mix. It's just, I can't wait to see what that team becomes in November and December.
Man, I love it. Nico Collins catching passes for C.J. Stroud, Joey Bosa, and J.K. Dobbins winning games for Harbaugh like cats and dogs playing together. Albert,
I will give you one thing from that week 1 too. Go back, and I think this was the most underrated play from week 1. On the 3rd and 11, the throw and catch from C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins to put away the Colts. That was a championship play by both players, right? That was our coaches trust us in this situation not to play it tight and run the ball. We're going to go win the game right now. And CJ made the throw and Nico made the catch. And it was just that play. I think if we're deep in January and the Texans are still playing, I think we're going to be able to go back and look at that play as that was a play right there that was a championship play that we could have marked that team back in September. So love where the Texans are. And yeah, with the Chargers and the Texans, we got lots of cats and dogs working together for sure.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.